Um,
Oh gosh.
ay, ay, ay.
Uh,
Um,
As students, we sit in class day in and day out, and we are taught lessons from our teachers. But we are taught more than arithmetic and formulas. We see and we learn from our teachers who were once in our shoes. Have you ever wondered what your teachers were like in high school? Let's find out.
Average, mediocre. High school was good, but I was just mediocre at it.
I listened to a lot of Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and the Spice Girls.
Mr. Emma will make fun of me. It's called Semi-Charmed Life by Third Eye Blind, who's touring this summer. I'm so excited.
I also have 2 fake teeth, which my students know, but not many other people know. But in high school, my fake teeth weren't in yet, so I had bunny teeth. I had my 2 front teeth and nothing on the sides. So I like to say that's why I have a great personality, because I didn't look great.
I went to 2 high schools. One was in Grand Forks, North Dakota, which was about 10 miles away from Grand Forks Air Force Base, a missile base. And the other was Zweibrücken American High School, which was for kids whose dads were in the military. It was in Germany, and that was a fighter jet base. Typical outfit, wow. Again, that depends. North Dakota was a different social scene compared to Germany, so I had to adapt my clothing. In North Dakota, it was jeans and a flannel shirt. And in Germany, it was like we were influenced by the European styles of teenagers in the 80s. So I had a tail, one of those. I don't know if they have those anymore. Yeah. All my friends and I had tails in the 80s in Germany, but I wouldn't have been caught wearing a tail in North Dakota. No.
I was pretty much a jeans and sweatshirt girl. My parents were willing to make fun of me and say that was my uniform, was jeans and sweatshirts. So, yeah.
Probably some sort of business propaganda put out by a surf company, screen printed onto a t-shirt so that they could charge me $15 extra. And I was stupid enough to let them receive my money in order for me to do advertising for them.
Typical outfit? I'm glad you asked. I have a picture. As you can see, it's a black and white picture. This was very vintage 1980s. Typically, probably Levi's 501 jeans with peg-legged at the bottom, a colored sweater and perhaps a turtleneck, or even a polo shirt. I was poor, of course, so I didn't wear actual topsiders. I wore the Mervyn's brand topsiders, and I did not have the little polo pony guy in the shirt. I had the Mervyn's brand, the little tiger, Le Tigre. Ask your parents. That was very typical for me.
Nothing is as big a deal as I think it is. So I would spend nights crying about stuff that now I laugh about.
Don't stress the small stuff, because I used to stress out a lot about things back then that just aren't important anymore.
Probably just not to worry so much. Everything will work out in one way or another, and it's going to seem at the time that, oh my God, I'm never going to figure this out, and it always kind of had a way of figuring itself out.
You should dress more classically. Cut your hair. I didn't make any terrible choices, as a high school student. I don't know. I wouldn't have been able to yield any epiphanies.
Either helping my friends with homework, because that's what I often used to do, and then people used to tell me you should be a teacher, so I was like, okay. And sometimes we would go in the band room, like the particular band that I was in, we would go in the band room and just jam during lunch.
In high school, when I was in high school in Modesto, California, in the 80s, we could actually leave campus. So the first 2 years, I think I spent a lot of time playing cards with my friends. And junior and senior year, we actually would go out in a friend's car and go to lunch somewhere in town. And if we couldn't fit everybody in the car, one of us would ride in the trunk. That's true.
I was probably playing a sport. Actually, we would play like this weird version of baseball where we'd have a wadded up piece of tape and a bottle, like a soda bottle, and we would just pitch and hit. And so we were basically just launching stuff at people. I thought I thought I was pretty cool, actually. I was in choir and I was in band and I had a girlfriend and I played basketball, so I felt good about myself. Although I did have red hair and freckles, and so I did get teased quite a bit, and also for being in band and choir. But that was a different story. I shouldn't. No, I was pretty close. I felt good about myself.
I think I stopped doing this after a while, but I remember saying hi to everybody. I just thought, okay, yeah, you might as well just say hi and be nice to everybody. So I've lost that habit now. I think I surfed every single day, no matter what, from the time I had my driver's license until I graduated from college.
I kind of wandered through high school. You know, I didn't do really well freshman year. I did get involved in the track and cross country teams, and I was a very average runner and jumper and hurdler. I spent significant time in the evenings and weekends toilet papering people's houses and doing things like that.
Let's see. Oh gosh, go ahead and cut the recording.